What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video, we're taking a look at a brand new plugin from Waves called Curves Equator. This is a plugin that removes dynamic resonances in your signal as well as tames frequency buildups, and it's very similar to what Soothe does and what Baby Audio Smooth Operator does, but this is different in that it has a learn feature that's going to process your signal, learn it, and then apply a curve to it that you can then tweak later. You don't have to use that. There's two different ways to use this, and we'll get into that in just a second. But this is looking at the UI of this, very similar to what we have. It reminds me of Wave's Clarity line, but I think this is going to be its own thing with curves, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check this out, learn more about it, or pick it up. And of course, I'm going to go over the controls, and then I'll let you hear what it sounds like. All right, so going over the controls at the top, first thing we see is a sidechain button, so you can sidechain into this, which is really nice. This is the learn feature where, of course, we're going to play the signal. We can click this and let it learn it, and it's going to do its thing. Below that, we have shape. This is going to be your main threshold here. We've got delta, which is going to allow you to hear what's being removed. And then we have tilt, which is just a simple tilt EQ. And then we have a crossover where we can change these bands. We've got your input, output, and when we hit advanced control here, we've got attack and release. We have sensitivity, precision, tilt frequency, and we also have curve smooth, which will smooth out the curve here. In using this, I really haven't felt like I needed to go to these advanced controls, but I do like with Waves UI how you get kind of a basic UI, and then you can always go into advanced controls if you need to tweak more. All right, so like I mentioned, there's two ways to use this. You can use this just as a flat curve, which we have right now. And then, of course, if there's frequencies that you want it to attenuate more, we can pull that down. We've got shelf that we can do here. Of course, we got Q control as well. And then, we've already seen the tilt EQ there. But if you want to start with a flat curve like this, you can, or we can do the learn, which I think is more fun. So let's go ahead and do that now. So this is a artist named Me and vocal and guitar, all recorded with a Roswell Mini K67 going into a PreSonus Quantum 2626. And we'll play this. Let's listen to it bypass first. So let me bypass it, play it, let you hear it, and then we'll process it with Curves Equator.
No, just promise you'll never let go like gross. Without you around, my heart goes cold. I'm frozen and floating on emotional waves, trying to find my way.
All right, so let's engage Curves Equator. Let's hit the learn, and so when you hit this, you're going to see the progress bar start to play. Once it says that it's been calibrated, you're pretty much good from there, but you can let it process it further if you like to.
No, just promise you'll never let go like gross. Without you around, my heart goes cold. I'm frozen and floating on emotional waves, trying to find my way. Nights like these, I miss hearing your heartbeat, lying on your chest and the way your lips beat. Said even though a year's gone by, I still can't get you off my mind. Why?
All right, I don't know if it's going to go much further than that. So, like I said, it doesn't have to go all the way. I usually do it when it gets, close. But you also have an auto apply button here, which when it's done, it's going to go ahead and automatically apply. You don't have to click apply. But let's click apply. So now you see that it's added this curve. We've removed some of this low end, little high end bump here. Now, the way that this works, if you're not familiar with these type of plugins, the higher this is, the more it's going to react on those frequencies. So the highest thing we have here is this bump here at 300 hertz. So that's what it's going to attenuate the most, where you see this, where this high end is rolled off. The more this goes down, the less it's going to attenuate those frequencies. Now, again, we can, once we have this curve, now I can double click this and we can adjust this. If I bring this up here, it's going to then react more on those high frequencies than the lower ones. All right, but let's play this and just from what it's done here, listen to it.
No, just promise you'll never let go like rose. Without you around, my heart goes cold. I'm frozen and floating on emotional waves, trying to find my way.
All right, so to me that sounds clear already. Let's move some frequencies around though, and just this in the middle is the threshold. I was pulling that down to get it to react more. So the more that you see the blue at the top is going to be the frequencies and the gain reduction that it's doing on those resonances. And on the left side, we can see how much gain reduction it's doing. So just for example of what I was explaining, let's bring this, change this to a shelf, and I'm going to bring this up, and you can see by how much the blue is coming down, how much gain reduction that is doing. So with me having it up here, it's going to do less, where if I have it down here, it's going to do more.
No, just promise you'll never let go like rose. Without you around, my heart goes cold. I'm frozen and floating on emotional waves, trying to find my way.
So since I've been using this, I find just what you get from the learn works really well, and I don't normally have to tweak it that much after that unless it's something I really know that I'm going for. But with that being said, if there's something I'm really going for, then a lot of times I probably wouldn't even use the learn. And if I know that there's, say, some low mids I want it to attenuate, I can just draw that in from the flat curve and start there. And actually, let's do that. So you can hit this to delete that. So now we just have a flat curve. And there's also, if you had, I hit a preset. Hold on. Okay. So also, if we had something drew in here, let's turn that, and we wanted to take it to flat, and we can either hit this, is going to reset everything, bring it back to just a default state. But with this, we got pink noise, warm, and flat. We can always hit flat, and that'll take it back to flat as well. And I'm just going to reset it here with the delete, and let's take that shape back. All right, so now let's say I wanted to, let's say this vocal was SE and had some sibilance in it. We want to remove some high end. So I could do that by double clicking here. We'll set that to a high shelf and then pull this down.
No, just promise you'll never let go like rose. Without you around, my heart goes cold. I'm frozen and...
All right, and then let's say I didn't want it to react on these low frequencies, and I could hit this and do the same thing with the low shelf and bring that up. Or because we have a tilt EQ here, I can just tilt this more to that way. And we even have the tilt frequency where I can adjust what frequency I want to be the center frequency of it as well.
No, just promise you'll never let go like rose. Without you around, my heart goes cold. I'm frozen and...
So something like this curve I have here, this is only affecting, 5K and up.
No, just promise you'll never let go like rose.
All right, so let's delete that out, and let's look at now. I'm going to move to this next track was just a guitar, and hear this on just a guitar. All right, it's already flat. Let's make this a little bigger. Okay, and we'll do the same thing. We'll learn this. Actually, let's do something different with this one. We're gonna do the auto apply. All right, so I'm gonna pull this down to get some more gain reduction. And then let's listen to the delta. So this is what's being removed. And then the more we turn up the sensitivity, also we're going to get, it's going to react more to across the whole frequency spectrum. So if you got something that's really dynamic, you can use that sensitivity along with the threshold to really balance to get it to react really to those parts or frequencies that you really want. All right, and I think is there anything in the advanced controls? Here, let's look at this curve smooth here. All right, so you can see that just smooths out the curve. All right, so there's a look at Curve's Equator. My final thoughts on this, I do wish that when I create points here, I do wish that I could solo them. Maybe that'll come in an update. But besides that, I'm really liking this. I like this learn feature. And, you know, someone made a comment on a video I did a little while ago about using how I've been using more AI plugins, or not my mastering chain where I was using AI plugins, and they were saying that they were surprised to see me embrace it. And it took me a long time to come along to AI plugins, but you know, I'm really starting to appreciate them because I do feel like they can help your workflow. I've never used the AI plugin that I felt messed up the sound or took it in a totally different direction than what I wanted to go with it. And I never feel like they over process the sound. And I feel that way with this learn. Once it learns it, I don't feel it's over processing it or even, you know, doing something that I don't want to happen. And then from there, I can just tweak it further to get what I want. A lot of times, like I said, since I've been using this, after I've hit learn and let it do its thing, it's been pretty close to what I need. It's removed mud, it's taken out sibilance, and those are both things that I do a lot with Baby Audio Smooth Operator. So I will be comparing this to Smooth Operator to see how it compares, because I do really like that. I haven't directly compared it to that yet, but you know, again, both plugins that are going to remove resonant frequencies from your tracks. But with this learn feature, this does kind of speed up the workflow, especially if you don't know what frequencies that you want to go to and remove. All right, intro price for this is $39. Interesting to me that Waves did the $39 instead of our typical $29. But I don't know, maybe the AI they put in this costs a little bit more. So yeah, intro price for this is $39. And of course, I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check it out, learn more about it, or pick it up. But definitely comment and let me know what y'all think about this, and let me know what plugins are you using to attenuate resonances. Are you using Soothe? Are you using Baby Audio Smooth Operator? Are you going to give this a try? Comment and let me know. All right, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. If y'all want to continue to see content from me, then y'all know what to do.